The server room hums, a symphony of digital life. Pale light bathes my face as I sit hunched, a lone figure in the mechanical heart. The scent of burnt honey lingers, a strange aroma in this sterile space, as my fingers dance across the keyboard. Each keystroke echoes in the cavernous room, punctuating the silence with intent. My eyes are glued to the screen. The words I type a mantra in the digital darkness. Tetragrammaton I invoke. The words hang in the air, a whispered plea to the unseen. The server room vibrates with an unnerving hum, the air thick with static. A black goat emerges from the shimmering distortion between the server fans. The goat chews contentedly, its dark eyes gleaming in the artificial light. A piece of glutinous rice cake hangs precariously from the corner of its mouth. The server room pulses with ominous energy, cables writhing like metallic serpents across the floor. On a bank of monitors, Black Phillip flickers into existence, a digital nightmare taking form. His voice, a cacophony of corrupted sound files, fills the room with dread. The image sharpens, revealing a grotesque grin, a promise of digital torment. His teeth are shards of broken mirrors, reflecting a fractured reality back at those who dare to gaze upon him. Ye called the name that should not be called, and ye asked for Willy Wonka to choke on sticky rice. Black Phillip intones. In the server room, Black Phillip drops the rice cake. It lands with a soft thud on the cold floor. The rice cake writhes, an unnatural life taking hold as it scuttles into the shadows. The monitor flickers ominously, casting distorted light across the room. The cursor morphs into a goat's eye, a digital omen staring back at the viewer. Black Phillip's voice echoes, a dark promise hanging in the air. Enjoy the kingdom, kid. It's exactly what you ordered. The sterile hum of servers is shattered by a sickening squelch as reality distorts. Walls peel away like wet skin, revealing an endless corridor of flickering television screens. Each screen replays childhood birthday parties in distorted, agonizing slow motion. Flickering candlelight reveals a grotesque horror. Each candle is a screaming mouth. The air thickens with dread as the sterile room transforms into a personal hellscape. Memories become torment. Each birthday, a fresh wound in this endless, fleshy corridor. The server room hums with unseen power, a stark stage for the impossible. Black Phillip transcends flesh, embodying the essence of goat within a tailored suit. The president's face is a shifting carousel of deceitful leaders, each mouthing hollow words. Each empty promise echoes through the digital space, a testament to broken trust. Defying nature, viscous lies drip upward, a grotesque monument to corruption. I stare, transfixed in horror, as the keyboard melts before my eyes, the plastic deforming into something grotesque. The keys twist, morphing into rows of sharp, gleaming teeth that snap hungrily at my defenseless fingers. The teeth bite, spelling out the Tetragrammaton in Comic Sans, an unholy mockery taking form. The letters crawl from the screen, writhing and pulsing with dark energy, a nightmare come to life. The letters copulate in mid-air, and from their union, burning golden tickets are born, radiating hellfire. The server room breathes, a metallic exhalation carrying the scent of hard drives and digital remorse. Fans whir, their blades a hypnotic blur of razor wire and the faint, sweet tang of teriyaki. A symphony of hums and clicks fills the air, each server a silent witness to decades of data. The room pulses with hidden energy, a digital heart beating within walls of cold steel. A sudden immersion, engulfed within a digital sea, where every forgotten image pulses with eerie familiarity. Ignored thumbnails transform into invasive sensations, each a phantom touch against the senses. A surreal landscape unfolds, formed from the detritus of endless scrolling and fleeting digital moments. The ignored becomes inescapable, a sensory overload of discarded content now pressing in from all sides. Amidst decaying server racks, Mastodon and Lia Minge prepare to remarry, their figures stark against the technological graveyard. An Oompa Loompa stands before them, an unusual priest amidst the silent machines. A surreal transformation begins as the Oompa Loompa's skin unzips, revealing a multitude within. More Oompa Loompas emerge, an unexpected congregation swelling within the server room. Inside the server room, a colossal Willy Wonka, crafted from sticky rice, towers with a top hat that's a swirling black hole. I stare, transfixed, as the giant figure begins to open his mouth, revealing an abyss of unknown. Chocolate locusts pour out, a voice narrates, each carrying tiny briefcases filled with unsent apologies. The locusts swarm, a tangible manifestation of unspoken words and buried regrets. Mad Max bursts into the server room, driving a car made of PlayStations and bones, a macabre machine of vengeance. The steering wheel, Machiavelli's severed hand guiding the vehicle of chaos and destruction. He runs over Caravaggio, a tragic casualty in this digital wasteland. Caravaggio explodes into chiaroscuro pigeons. A voice narrates the scene of utter madness. Feathers and shadow dance in the server room's harsh light, a bizarre ballet of destruction and rebirth. In the cold server room, I stare, transfixed by the monitor's glow, disbelief etched on my face. My reflection ripples, becoming something more, something other. It steps out of the screen. It's me, yet superior, refined. My skin is merely a suit it wears with unsettling elegance. The reflection speaks, its voice a chilling echo. You typed the wrong spell, but the right price. With fluid, unnerving grace, it crawls back into the digital abyss, disappearing into the monitor's depths. A violation begins as it corrupts my browser history, defiling my digital past with its presence. A symphony of digital echoes in the server room, each note a forgotten search and a skipped song. The hum vibrates, resonating deep within, a chorus of extinct search engines fueling the rhythm. Bones of obsolete technology form the spectral orchestra. The lead singer, a banshee ghost train, wails a haunting melody. Each server whispers tales of forgotten data, a digital graveyard humming with untold stories. Inside the server room, Black Phillip looms, an entity vast as a dying galaxy. His presence distorts reality, dwarfing the machinery. His mouth replaces the sky, an infinite void opening. Static crackles as his breath fills the room, a chilling prelude. Welcome to the kingdom, darling. Population 1, Black Phillip says. In the server room, a bizarre transformation. A mountain of rice cake looms, defying expectations. From the monstrous mound, smaller rice cakes emerge, their existence fleeting and strange. Each tiny rice cake meets a tragic end. Their final words, a recitation of service terms. The fallen rice cakes accumulate, their corpses forming an unsettling edible staircase. A surreal landscape of sugary death and digital bureaucracy takes shape. The server room becomes a macabre monument to forgotten agreements. The server room pulses with a digital heartbeat, rows of machines humming a hypnotic song of data. On the screen, the cursor twists, a goat's eye weeping a dial-up tone. Each tier births a shimmering shadow door, a portal to infinite possibilities. Behind each door, a spectral echo of myself hunches over a keyboard. Fingers dance across keys, weaving lines of code, incantations in a digital ritual. The server room vanishes, reality twisting into a grotesque parody. A nightmarish visage of teeth fills the space where screens once flickered. A pervasive hum vibrates through every molecule, a prelude to oblivion. The wet, visceral sound of the world's end echoes in the skull. Orgasm and annihilation merge in a horrifying crescendo. Sanity dissolves as the final, terrifying sensation engulfs everything. The server room pulses with a discordant hum, a digital symphony gone awry. Balance falters as I tilt toward the blinking cursor, a digital siren in the chaos. A goat's eye widens on the screen, its alarm a mirror to my own unraveling. Countless tabs stretch before me, each a fragmented reflection of who I was. Sober, innocent, believing versions of myself, now lost in the digital labyrinth. Inside the server room, Black Phillip's jaw unhinges, a grotesque transformation unfolding in the sterile environment. The concept of sound materializes, an eerie figure stepping into the room, clad in a nurse's uniform. Her uniform, a bizarre patchwork of sheet music and severed aux cords, rustles softly, a discordant symphony. The nurse approaches, her movements unnervingly gentle as she raises a stethoscope. The cold metal presses against my forehead, a chilling prelude to the unknown. The server room hums, a symphony of cold precision. Cables writhe across the floor, metallic serpents in the dim light. Amidst the blinking lights, I stand, swallowed by the machine's cold presence. A figure materializes, a familiar face emerging from the digital ether. My mother's voice echoes, distorted. You are overproduced. Her face splinters, each layer a streaming service, vying for control. A horrifying visage of modern greed. Inside the server room, the rice cake mountain falters, its digital facade crumbling. A loading wheel of gnashing molars grinds into existence. A disembodied voice echoes. Would you like to optimize your experience? The choice glares. Yes, yes, yes. A single, mocking option. No grayed out. Eyes snap open to reveal an incognito window. A digital reflection staring back from the screen. A figure composed of countless terms and conditions. A personification of unread agreements. Bones morph into rigid checkboxes. A skeletal structure built on digital consent. Veins pulse as endless scroll bars. A circulatory system of agreements never fully traversed. The server room pulses with the relentless hum of cooling fans, a digital heartbeat in the sterile space. Willy Wonka, grotesquely elongated, scrolls like a digital phantom through endless lines of code. His form is now a disturbing parody, a sticky rice effigy, trapped in digital amber. He extends a candy bar, the offering both enticing and deeply unsettling. The wrapper bears the faces of the forgotten, each one a silent accusation, a ghost of relationships past. Those eyes, those faces, a haunting reminder of connections severed, now immortalized on a candy wrapper. Inside the server room, a wave of chocolate regret washes over me, its sweetness now a bitter reminder. My stomach lurches, attempting a reboot, the internal systems flashing error messages in the dim light. A critical failure, my liver shuts down, the body's defenses crumbling in real time. My heart, desperate, sends out a ping, searching for a connection, a sign of life. 17,000 echoes respond, a chorus of synchronized beats, a haunting symphony of survival. Inside the server room, Mad Max's car, a monstrous fusion of engine parts, circles ominously. Headlights blaze like giant ring lights, casting stark shadows across the crowded space. The vehicle's relentless advance overwhelms all sense of order and scale. A mechanical centipede of steel and raw power dominates the room, an unstoppable force. In the server room, rows of servers hum, their blinking lights casting an unsettling glow on the bizarre scene. Pigeons perch atop the server racks, their presence an unnatural intrusion into the technological domain. These are no ordinary birds. They are Caravaggio's pigeons, mutated, evolved, their forms grotesque and unsettling. Their cooing warps into comprehensible words, a sinister chorus echoing through the dimly lit space. Droppings litter the floor, not mere waste, but Script's limited series exploiting trauma for plot. This is your life, but produced by people who don't believe in you, the pigeons murmur, a chilling revelation. Inside the server room, the Machiavelli figure begins his bizarre pantomime. A thumbs up flashes, a fleeting moment of approval in the sterile environment. The mood shifts abruptly as the hand flips a dismissive middle finger. Call me, gesture follows, hinting at clandestine deals and hidden agendas. The scene takes a violent turn as the hand strangles a senator. The senator, an abstract figure made of Excel spreadsheets, meets his doom. The server room hums, a sterile backdrop to the unfolding digital horror. Meta folds leak, viscous and oily, spilling presidential thoughts like digital pus. Each crack in the carousel weeps with think pieces, a festering wound. The goo hits the floor, blossoming into articles of digital decay. What your panic says about the algorithm, and why that's good actually, echoes in the sterile air. The server room falls silent as the fans die. The hum that once filled the air vanishes into nothing. Silence descends, heavy and absolute, after what feels like an eternity of digital noise. A new sound emerges, unfamiliar and unsettling, breaking the oppressive quiet. It isn't static, a digital growl or an ad's chime, but something far more intimate and personal. This sound, it's just me. Not a metaphor, hallucination, or hyperstition, but the smallest unit of self. That essence of self echoes in the sudden void, a solitary signal in the digital wilderness. Inside the server room, the hum of machines vibrates through the air, a constant, inescapable drone. The vision abruptly ends, collapsing inward with the digital precision of a closing program. A compressed file. The memory is zipped and secured. The sensation of being saved washes over me, now stored on the desktop of my mind. Inside the server room, the solid walls begin to dissolve, revealing a world woven from cascading lines of binary code. A digital landscape of fragmented memories flickers into existence, its distorted reality shimmering with an unsettling allure. My reflection wavers within the binary streams, a ghost in the machine. The air crackles with unseen energy as the digital world merges with my own, blurring the lines of reality. The black goat materializes, its form fractured into a million shimmering pixels, a chaotic mosaic of internet culture. Digital energy crackles in the air, the room pulsating with the raw power of meme-driven chaos. Eat, slay, queen. This is the way, the goat proclaims, its voice a discordant symphony of internet slang. Based, no cap, vibes immaculate. Poggers, the fractured deity shouts, each word a spark in the digital storm. Inside the server room, a grotesque digital wedding unfolds amidst the blinking lights of the server racks. Mastodon and Leah Minge's avatars are distorted in animated matrimony. The Oompa Loompas multiply, their forms replicating wildly across the digital landscape. A chaotic, overwhelming digital presence fills the server room, a nightmarish wedding party. In the chilling hum of the server room, Willy Wonka transforms, code cascading over his suit. He extends a hand, offering a shimmering digital candy, eyes glowing with binary light. Eternal satisfaction awaits. Take a bite, Willy Wonka says, his voice now a synthesized echo. But deep down, I knew it was a lie. Just empty digital calories promising false satisfaction. Inside the server room, Mad Max tears through a virtual wasteland, his digital car spitting corrupted files in its wake. The landscape blurs into streaks of light as he accelerates, leaving behind a trail of broken links and digital decay. Mad Max cackles maniacally, a wild, unbridled sound that echoes through the digital void. He embodies the destructive force of unchecked technology, a harbinger of chaos in the heart of the machine. The server room hums, a symphony of digital surveillance. Pigeons, now sleek drones, whir with artistic flair, lenses focus, recording every move with cold precision. Images morph into ads, preying on deepest fears. A gilded cage, where desires become exploitation. In the server room's cold heart, wires pulse like metallic veins, feeding the relentless hum of digital life. Holographic faces of presidents morph, forming a grotesque mask, a monument to political deceit. The mask breathes, its expression shifting from solemn promise to sinister intent. A chilling display of power, fueled by broken vows and digital echoes. Narration. Their promises echo through the digital landscape, empty and meaningless. Inside the server room, the rhythmic hum of the servers intensifies, mirroring the growing unease of a digital world. A palpable sense of anxiety fills the room, growing stronger with each passing moment. Consciousness begins to fracture, dissipating into the intricate web of electronic signals. The digital world beckons, promising both connection and dissolution. A sense of self begins to fade, lost in the sea of data and algorithms. Direction is lost, swallowed by the relentless flow of information coursing through the server room. In the server room, the goat's eye cursor blinks, a relentless reminder of constant surveillance. Each click echoes in the sterile air, a testament to the unseen eyes monitoring every move. The hum of the machines underscores the chilling reality. Every keystroke is analyzed. Paranoia hangs heavy, each action scrutinized in the silent, watchful server room. In the server room, a rice cake mountain crumbles, its sugary facade giving way, revealing a hollow, tech-filled core. A graveyard of discarded gadgets awaits, relics of bygone eras lost in the digital abyss. Forgotten innovations linger like ghosts, their essence permeating the air of the server room. Flickering lights cast eerie shadows, the silent testament to progress left behind. Humming servers echo with the voices of the past, a symphony of obsolete technology. I push against the cold metal, desperate, but the humming server room mocks my efforts, an inescapable cage of steel and wire. The walls compress, an infinite digital nightmare closing in, trapping me in its suffocating embrace. Each escape attempt fails, the blinking server lights reflecting in my wide, panicked eyes. An endless loop of digital horror unfolds, the air growing thick, stealing my breath, stealing my hope. Trapped, I am lost in the machine, a prisoner in a world of endless data and cold, unyielding metal. A torrent of faces, familiar yet alien, flashes in a digital vortex, each face a distorted memory, a pixelated phantom of the past. The server room hums, a mechanical heart beating in time with rising panic. Voices converge, a chorus of echoes resonating with judgment. Criticism rains down, each word a digital sting, a piercing assault. The room spins, a dizzying descent into the depths of self-doubt. The server room blurs, all sense of direction lost in a dizzying spin. Reality dissolves, replaced by a digital labyrinth of endless paths. Infinite possibilities stretch out, each more distracting than the last. The digital world beckons, a maze of light and shadow, promise and peril. Lost in the server room's cold hum, a glimpse of insignificance strikes at the heart. The digital universe looms, a vast expanse, mirroring the emptiness within. Crushed by the weight of reality, the figure shrinks, a solitary soul, alone amidst the blinking lights. A profound sense of isolation takes hold. The server room fades, replaced by the stark realization of utter loneliness. The server room falls silent, the familiar hum replaced by an unsettling quiet. Screens flicker and die, their glow vanishing into the encroaching darkness. The digital world dissolves, pixel by pixel, fading into nothingness. Suspended in a void of absolute darkness, all that's left is the silence. In the cold server room, the monitor casts a faint glow on a face etched with despair. A single tear traces a path down a cheek, reflecting the digital world's cold light. The tear magnifies the stark reality, a haunting memory of a digital nightmare. The silence of the server room amplifies the internal chaos and emotional fallout. Alone in the dim glow, the weight of the digital world's impact becomes overwhelmingly visible. Inside the server room, the goat's eye cursor winks mockingly on the screen. The digital world fades, leaving only its lingering influence. Despair lingers in the air as the servers hum. The cursor blinks again, a digital taunt in the silence, a stark reminder of what was and what is now lost. Inside the server room, the air hums with the electricity of countless machines. My hand hovers over the keyboard, the keys gleaming under the dim, sterile light. A tremor runs through my fingers, a physical manifestation of the internal conflict. The digital world beckons, its allure a powerful, irresistible siren song. I am drawn back to the screen, a moth to a flame, the temptation overwhelming. In the server room, the air crackles with ozone and the relentless thrum of processing power. Rows of blinking servers stretch into the darkness, a digital labyrinth humming with secrets. I pause, my hand trembling above the keyboard, caught between worlds. The digital world offers endless possibilities, but also threatens to consume the soul. The hum pulses, an invitation to dive into the abyss.